This is Jammin with Kron Rex.
And don't forget to subscribe so you get the videos as they come out.
Coach Cam made this shit.
Welcome to Jammin with Kron Rex.
Oh, fuck, I was going to say my name's Roy. The most self-loving podcast in all of the eastern part of the United States.
Yeah, this is coming off already. I can't do it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's rough.
rough. You got a lot of hair going on.
Yeah. This is Rex.
You wouldn't know. All right, here I am.
Yeah, there's Rex.
My Scooby-Doo moment. So,
And I'm Brenden Kron. Let's get to it. Go ahead.
hi, Brenden. Nice to meet you, buddy. I didn't think we did our full names. I was kind of wanting to stay incognito. So I wanted to start this off by giving a shout out to me. I actually feel great. I think I really deserve a shout out because I am becoming better. And when I say better, I mean better than like most. Because I'm fully vaxxed. I feel great.
Yep.
I started going back to the gym again. And throughout the next course of my life, I would really love support as people see me transitioning. We're saying goodbye to Doughboy Roy. Like Doughy Boy Roy, not money. Like
Doughboy Roy.
Yeah. Doughy Boy Roy.
Yeah.
He's leaving. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's done. And now that I feel comfortable going back to the gyms again, I'm fully vaxxed up.
Yep.
We're gonna see Beefy Boy Roy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Beefy Boy Roy's coming back.
Do you have a goal? Like you trying to look like The Rock or
Trying
something?
to look like a fucking beefcake, bro.
Yeah.
What is a beefcake? Like meatloaf? Is that what a beefcake is? Yeah, no, I just want to be an entire cake of beef. So, yeah, if you guys could extend your arms around these fucking beefy biceps I'm about to have, I would really appreciate it. And also condolences to Doughy Boy Roy. If y'all could show support, maybe in the comments with like hashtag RIP Doughy Boy Roy, it would mean a lot to him. He doesn't have much time on this earth.
So he's already gone?
I'm gonna fuck him up. He's gonna be gone. I don't know, man. I think the pre-workout is like getting to my brain.
Yeah.
Like I feel great.
Yeah. You went to the gym, 3 days, and you're talking like a bodybuilder?
But when did I start? 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just coming, bro. And I better watch out. Doughy Boy Roy better fucking watch out. Because Beefcake Roy's coming back. And yeah, I wasn't happy with the fact that my peak physical prime was in the like 5th grade. So I think I'm going to top that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I want this version of me to be able to like whoop the fuck out of 5th grade Roy.
So as
I'm gonna call that Pussy Boy Roy. 5th grade me was Pussy Boy Roy. Welcome Beefy Boy Roy onto this earth.
Yeah. So as it stands right now, 5th grade Roy could beat up you right now.
If he couldn't beat me up, he could definitely outrun me. He could definitely outrun me, but I'm gonna be so massive that I'll just be able to just fucking grab him.
So you're like working on like speed and everything, or no?
Yeah, I'm working considerably on cardio.
Yeah.
Because once I get done with school, I do want to pick up boxing.
Yeah.
And just some other shit, and
Jake Paul's your hero. Really inspired you.
And I'm actually something that's actually keeping me motivated is I want to turn Timothy Johnson into Ash. He said me and him will box. He's been doing a little bit of boxing. I think he's been doing some other stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm super upset about that. I want to know at any time that I could beat the fuck out of Timmy. That's my main prerogative in life right now. So I don't care at what point in Timmy's life I want to be better. So, I wanted to, whenever that time does come around to when me and him box, I want to fuck him up. I don't want him to remember what he learned in 3rd grade. I want this kid to be a stain on the fucking earth. I love you, Timmy. But I will find you. And I'll fucking kill you. No, it's all in good sport.
Sounds like it.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be fun. If it was to happen right now, I think if I didn't knock out Timmy within the first 5 punches, I think he's got my number. My cardio is shit right now. I didn't work out much over the whole quarantine, so Timmy would probably have my number right now, but that's because he hasn't met Beefy Boy Roy.
Makes sense.
And I just been feeling good too because we're now at the point where we can go out more. We actually both just went and got tattoos.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can show them all.
I didn't know the best way to.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You see the N. There's more to that. It's
yeah. I'll just include it.
Yeah, that. How's that look, Brenden?
Perfect.
I am hurting. Okay, so me and Brenden both got those.
Yeah.
Soon to be trademarked. So nobody else in the fucking world better get these tattooed. We actually tried somebody new. Shout out to our girl Jess.
Yeah.
Over at Melina Inc.
Yes.
Super cool, super friendly.
Great job.
The cutest puppy I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Shout out Boma.
Yep.
Boma Jade Bunny.
Yep.
Fucking truth right there. But yeah, so, if you're looking to find somebody new or,
you need someone to do your tattoo.
Or if you're a woman.
Yeah.
And you want a female tattoo artist, a female friendly environment, we'll leave their Instagram in the bio and stuff. You can check out their work. Yeah, super cool experience. And, again, if you're a woman, you probably want a woman tattooing you. I don't know. She talked about experiences that, I personally didn't think of when it comes to women getting tattoos. How personal they actually are and how you can feel uncomfortable from guys doing it, especially if it's in a sensitive area like the genitals or you're getting tentacles out of your asshole or just some titty tats, some good old tit tats. So, well, yeah, if any of those apply to you, just check out our description. And yeah, you'll see what she's capable of.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Great.
You're soon to be back in the gym.
Hopefully.
You going to be Beefcake Barn?
Hopefully. Yeah.
Big beefy Brenden?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Me too.
What's your goal?
My goal? So last year my goal was just to get to 200 and I got to 185 about was the highest I've ever weighed. And so I want to get to 225. Yeah. So, that would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. That's cool. Are you gonna work out with somebody or do you think you're gonna take a better approach being by yourself?
I don't know yet. I'll probably start off more by myself.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll just go to the gym with you or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I would say because if I was to start going to the gym with somebody, even if it's you, I would like to maybe both of us have a rundown on what we want to do.
Yeah.
But maybe alternate, and maybe the things we need, if we ever decide to max out, then we could have the other person. But all right, if, we go together, we could do tries and chest. Yeah. But I'll do chest and you do tries and then we'll switch doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because it takes so fucking long working out with somebody.
It really does.
You literally double your time.
Yeah.
And putting all the weights on and off again, it's just, it's kind of frustrating, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll say, because you'll have motherfuckers walk up to you in the gym and hey man, you mind if I jump in with you? I actually fucking do. I have a big problem with it. Well, I don't know.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Especially during COVID.
Yeah.
I really have a problem with
Yeah.
you just joining me.
Yeah. And I usually have a problem with it because it's usually like some small motherfucker that walks up to me and they don't know what I'm about to be. I'm about to be beefy boy Roy again. And they walk up, they're like, oh man, you got to try this workout. And they're like 106 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, dude, fuck off. You don't know what I'm about to be. I'm going to squish you. Like, get out of here. You know, and they're just like, bro, you got to try this. Like, no. Like, you've been doing it. You look terrible.
Yeah.
You know, so. Yeah. Enough gym talk, I guess, for now. I just feel good. I feel like I deserved a shout out on our podcast. So.
Hell yeah. Shout out Rex. And rest in peace, old Rex.
Yeah.
Dull boy Roy.
Yeah. Now it's back to toxic confidence Roy.
Yeah.
That wasn't catchy. That was just upsetting.
Yeah. It ain't
toxic boy Roy.
It ain't like dull boy Roy.
Yeah. I feel like I'll go back to being a cocky motherfucker once I'm back in the gym. And I'm,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels pretty good. But what else has been going on? Did you celebrate 420?
No, we're not in high school anymore. We don't have to sneak around and smoke. No, we're adults, so if we want to smoke, we just fucking smoke.
Yeah, I would say we're not 16 years old, or we're not Seth Rogen. So, but it I don't know. I used to. Whenever I was a little scumbag kid.
Well, when you're a kid, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when it's not convenient to just smoke anytime that you fucking want, it's really, like, it's almost cool for the one day of the year, like, it's kind of acceptable.
I've taken a step back from stuff like that because I don't seem to handle it like I used to.
Yeah.
I used to not handle it well either. Like, I would literally, I would be so goddamn annoying, like, we'd smoke. I get super paranoid. Like, I'd be the kid staring out the window. And if, like, the neighbor walked out, checked their mail.
Yeah.
I would just, like, tap the person whose house I'm at. And I'm like, they know. They fucking know. They came out. They saw. They act like they was going to the mailbox. They fucking know we're smoking. And the guy would just be like, okay.
Who cares?
I was like, dude, they're going to get us. Like, the cops are going to be called and come get us. And they're like, dude, shut up. Like, you're never coming over here again. So I've never handled it well. I still get really paranoid.
Yeah.
Well, I get paranoid for hours and then I just go to sleep. And we actually tried this out as grown adults. I haven't gotten too many. I haven't gotten high too many times as a grown adult.
No.
But I remember me and you, we shared edible Nerds rope, like Lady and the Tramp. And
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. And it was depending on who you ask, I guess, but it was a rough night between me, you, and my girlfriend. I think each of us had our own experience that night. And
I feel like I may have been the most tame out of all of us.
Yeah.
But
you was also...
I was a paranoid that you all were going to, like, I guess make fun of me. Like, think that I was way too fucked up.
You had the same night as a vase. Like, you literally just sat here.
Yeah, I just chilled.
You just stayed here, like, if I get up...
They're going to know I'm fucked up. Yeah, so I just chilled, played games the whole time.
Yeah, I quickly developed arthritis. Like, I remember I went in the living room to check on my girlfriend. I was like, hey, babe, how you feeling? She's like, oh, I feel fine. How you feeling? I was like, dude, my fucking knee is hurting.
I remember, like, maybe 5 minutes, if that, after you're like, dude, how's your knees feeling? I was like, my knees? Like,
yeah.
They're all right. Why?
Feel like I had a Freaky Friday situation with Derrick Rose.
But you definitely had the worst experience of it.
Yeah, I think mine was laced with crack. Because I legitimately, I went into the living room and I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And for people that are going to be like, oh, this is not how drugs work, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I haven't done a weed in years. And this was like 250 milligrams of just straight edible.
Yeah.
And it, like, I legitimately felt like I was going to have a heart attack or a brain aneurysm. I thought it was a coin toss.
To be fair, this isn't how drugs work.
No, it's not.
It just somehow
That's why I thought
did
it was on
this.
crack.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a coin flip between if I was going to die via brain aneurysm or a heart attack. So I walked into the living room and I was like, hey, babe. It was like 8 o'clock. I was like, let's go to bed. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm not tired. And I literally laid beside her and just started, like, pulling her down with me. It's like, no, shush. Let's go to bed, babe. Because I was, in that frame of thought, I was like, if I go to bed right now, I can't have a heart attack. It's like opposite of Freddy rules.
Yeah.
Like,
heart attacks can't happen in your sleep.
Yeah, I'm under a blanket. They can't get me.
It's the one rule.
Yeah. I mean, that's how nature works. Nobody has a heart attack under sleep. Or a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
But I thought I would be safe, but I couldn't go to sleep because I thought I was going to have a heart attack, and I was feeling very anxious.
You were trying to just sleep it off.
Yeah, I think the more accurate thing is that I wasn't having any of those things. I was probably having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, probably. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's probably the most accurate thing. But I remember, I don't know if it was actually cold in the house. You know what I'm feeling.
We were all cold, so it has to be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we was all cold. We all handled it differently. I was cold.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna, because yours is way crazier.
Okay.
So mine was, I was just like cold, so like I was kind of like shivering, but I was like, you're gonna think I'm a pussy.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, so I can't get a blanket, so I was just like, no, don't be cold, and like that was my experience. And I thought, I was like, man, I handled that awful. Whenever I woke up the next morning, hearing yours, I was like, oh, I handled it perfect. Like that was the best case scenario.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So go ahead with yours.
I was shivering. I was actually like violently shaking, and I was like, I can't get under a blanket. They're gonna know I'm cold, and they're gonna think I'm high. I don't want to be that fucking loser that's just like, oh, little bitty Ruiz don't have a fucking mind. Like I think I wanted to be the guy that was just like,
yeah. I think we all thought that the other people were handling it super well, and so we didn't want to be the one that's like, I'm way too fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think all of us should have just said, hey,
some communication, just some on-court communication would have helped. Instead, I got cold. And I was sitting there, like, I was shaking, and I was like, I gotta stop. So I just fucking tensed my body, and I was like, and I was doing this for so long, I gotta stop doing this. I'm gonna pop a blood vessel if I keep doing this.
When you just flex off a shiver.
Yeah, I don't think it's how it works. I don't think it's how it works. I almost think I went unconscious. I was just tensing so fucking hard. I ended up going to the bathroom, and I was like, dude, okay, shake it out in here. And I swear to God, I purposely shook harder, because I was like, if I just make my stealth start shaking even harder, I'll get all the shakes out. They'll be gone. Like, they'll be ridden. Like, there'll be exercise from my body. Like, I was just sitting there going, and I eventually was just like, okay, it's been like 20 minutes. They're going to think you're high, so... just chill out. Just tell them you're taking a shit and just instead lay on the ground. So I was laying on the bathroom floor at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night in a fucking fetal position with my feet against a door so nobody came in, and I was just fucking shaking. And I didn't realize how crazy that was until the next day when I was still fucking high, that I was like, you're a crack addict. You're a full-blown fucking crack addict. You ate Nerd's rope, and it made you shiver on the fucking ground. It was... Yeah, if this sounds appealing to you, we'll leave our dealer's info. We'll leave his contact info in the description.
Fucking sponsored by the feds.
So you want the shit war on? Here's where to get a hold of them. God, what a horrible way to get busted. No, that was... I would like to give it another try, though. We obviously just didn't stop when we should have. You may have. Yeah. But I figured I'd be all right. I was like, I'm still doughy boy Roy. Like, I can absorb this better, but dude, fuck. It fucked me up, man.
I thought I was like, man, I'm really fucked up. I don't want anyone to think I'm really fucked up. And then hearing after how fucked up you were, I was like, oh, okay. I was just like probably normally fucked up.
Next time we need to have like a huddle.
And just like, I was like, I just didn't want you all to think so. So I just did stupid shit, like not grab a blanket. But you didn't tell one of my other favorite parts of that night, and that was you just wanting to close the blinds.
Oh, yeah. So the biggest part, it's probably more common for other people too, but the theme of the night was not wanting other people to think we're high, even though we did stuff to make us be high. We was just like, we didn't want to be the bitch.
Yeah.
And whenever I was sitting there with my girlfriend, you know, I kept looking over. A teeny bit of it was paranoia, but we had the blinds open. And I just kept looking at them. We was watching a movie. I'd look over at it.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, it's getting late. I just want to close the blinds. And you know, so I was like, I can't do that. If I get up and close the blinds right now, she's going to think I'm paranoid. She's going to think I'm tweaking.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hold on. I got to involve another activity. So it seems like I was on my way to do something. And it was just like, oh, there's the blinds.
What's the most natural way to just go close the blinds?
You know? Like, just do it so casually. Like, oh, the blinds there. Whoop. But, so I went to get a glass of water. And after I got it, I kept drinking it. And it was just like crab stepping.
You look like Zoidberg, just crab stepping across.
To the fucking blinds. And then I went over there and went... and just walked back over and sat it down and just went back. And my girlfriend was like, you know, I could have closed the blinds if you wanted me to. I was like, no, I was on my way to do something, you know. While I was up, I just went ahead and closed them. Yeah, something that's cool. Well, actually not cool. It's the worst part about, like, if you do like weed, is for the most part, the thing that sucks is talking to the people that sell weed.
Yeah.
It's just a horrific event.
Yeah. It's going to be really funny for anyone that's not in a state where it's still illegal.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, what in the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and it's going to be crazy down the road to be like, what do you mean you had to talk to these sketchy people to get weed? Like, why don't you just run to CVS?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it made me think of this because we heard Tom Segura talk about it on his stand-up.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, it's just going to be crazy hearing our kids be like, well, you're fucking stupid for doing all that. You should have just ran down the store. Yeah. So that's kind of where this train of thought is stemming from.
Yeah.
But,
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Segura.
Of course. Yep. Great comedian. Probably my favorite right now.
Yeah.
But it just reminds me of being in high school, and me and my buddy, you know, nameless person, of course,
yeah.
Description, info and description. But
shout out the feds, we're sponsored if they want to be a sponsor.
But yeah, so you know, after school, this guy told us, he was like, "Hey, if you want some shit, just follow me after school, and I'll get you what you need." And we're like, "Okay, cool." And so, you know, we hopped in my buddy's little pickup truck, and we followed this dude. 30, 40 minutes down the road, we're not... Where we're at, there's no street lights anymore. And there's no asphalt. It's just rocks. Yeah. And we're like, okay,
so a great part of town.
We're getting drugs. So I was like, this is what I'm expecting. Yeah. We take a sharp right into a cemetery. Mm-hmm. And so the guy that we was following, he had a buddy with him. Yeah. And so we pull over into the cemetery. They both get out. Me and my buddy in the truck, we stay in the truck because we're like, maybe they're getting it right now. You know, yeah. I don't want to interrupt the process. But 20 minutes pass, and we're like, okay, it shouldn't take this long. Mm-hmm. So we get out, and the other dude is like crying over a tombstone. And we're like, hey, man, what's wrong? Yeah. What's going on? Of course.
Very natural.
Yeah. And the guy that we were following, he was like, oh, yeah, man, it was on the way, so this dude really misses his grandpa. I was like, oh, that's his grandpa right in there. And he was like, yeah, I hope you don't mind. We just wanted to stop by, pay our respects. I was like, okay.
And brought you all with them.
A little heads up. Maybe a different day.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know how busy you are, but it was Tuesday. Maybe do that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, just some other day, you know. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, rest in peace, your grandpa, man. Like, you know, of course, I'm not going to be a dick. Like,
Yeah, it's like, now give me my weed.
yeah. And I was like, well, does grandpa have it? What are we here for? And he's like, oh, we'll be done in a minute. Just follow us again. So we started going the opposite way. So it wasn't on the way. He made an executive decision. It was like, these little dipshits will follow me. So
Yeah.
this was the only guy we knew that had weed. So he's like, all right, we're kind of at your mercy for now. Cause you know.
Yeah.
And so we follow him.
The fact that there's more to the story, I cannot wait. Keep going.
It's a shit show, dude. And we ended up going to somebody's house, and we pull into his driveway. It's a longer driveway, but we don't make it too far into the driveway. Okay. And the dude just turns off to the side, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's got like something going on up there. We pull off beside him, and we start getting out. Well, my buddy starts getting out. I'm grabbing something out of the back seat.
Yeah.
And the dude that we was following, he comes back to our truck like in a hurry and shuts my buddy's door real quick. And we're like, all right, that's weird. Is this his grandma now? Like, why are we here?
Yeah, everything natural at this point.
Yeah. And he said, this guy doesn't like meeting new people. And I was like, oh, we'll have something to talk about. I don't either. You know, like we're in the same. I didn't come out here to make friends.
Yeah.
And he said, no, lean your seats back. And we're in a 2-door pickup truck. We can't lean back that far. And he said, I don't want this guy to see y'all. Why'd you bring us here?
Yeah.
Like, you brought us here. We didn't just be like, oh, we'll follow there. You said, if you want it, just come follow me after school. You brought us here. And he was just like, oh, he doesn't handle new people well. I was like, you what? You pulled us in his driveway.
Yeah.
And so we go back as far as we can, and we're just sitting there like, this is probably as far back as we can get. As far back as my seat is right now, we're just like... And 20, 30 minutes later, they come back out and bring us some pretty shitty fucking weed. And so... You know, we got off at school at like 2:20, 2:05, 2:20, something like that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we ended up getting back home about like 7 o'clock. And we just smoked some shitty weed, and that was we had to do all that to smoke some shitty weed, and it was by far some of the most stressful things I've ever been a part of, and I hope nobody ever has to go through that many different stops to ever get weed.
No, never again.
Legalize that shit, man. People are in so much danger because of the irresponsibility of drug dealers. Again, their info will be below if you want to message them, ask them about it.
I don't know. After a story like that, you might actually need to put their description in bio.
Okay, man. It actually gives me anxiety to talk about. So why don't we roll over into something else?
Okay.
Unless do you have a
no, that's pretty good to me.
Okay. All right, thank God. But so the next topic I'd like to cover is just what you been jamming to, buddy.
Song of the week.
Yeah, you know we're like the most jamming people on earth now.
Yeah.
I would say we had the name, the podcast, but like it's on us.
Yeah.
Like we're the most jamming motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah.
My song of the week is Venus Flytrap by Feng Shui.
Ooh.
Yeah. I actually had another one picked out all week, but going to the tattoo shop and listening to it, it was the song that stood out to me that we didn't pick. And
so you heard it there?
Yeah, I was introduced to it just a couple days ago.
Yeah, she played some fucking bops.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. And like, because I knew most of it started off with like Mac Miller, and then it went into like Jaden, and then it went into like shit I haven't heard. And then it ended up coming back to where like we kind of picked a couple of songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a song that really stood out to me. I really liked it, and I've been listening to it for the past 2 days, and I love this song.
Yeah.
So that's my song of the week.
So before we get into mine, I was not in a position to.
I was gonna say, not to cut you off, and the other thing is, like, I remember that you kind of put, like, on our playlist that we made, you had, like, meaningful songs.
Oh, the Deserted Island playlist?
Yeah, you had 5 songs that, like, meant a lot to you, and I realized that I don't do that with songs a lot. Yeah. I don't have songs that I'm like
associations.
Yeah, I don't associate them with, like, memories, and I was like, that I really like that idea, and so, like, I loved getting the tattoo. It was really fun. The whole experience was great.
You associate it with the song.
And so now that song will, I just associate it with that, and I just love it. It makes it even more sentimental, and I really like it.
I hope Jess thinks of us when she hears that song.
I hope so as well. Or one of the songs we recommended. Yeah.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah.
But, back in the day, I can't remember what episode it was that you had a very bold opinion with your song of the week. And it was...
that was the same one. Deserted Island. That was 3.
No, what was it? That's when you picked that song for the song of the week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had a very bold opinion about one of them.
Yeah.
And I did not have the whereabouts to defend myself. Or,
do you now?
No. I still do not have the whereabouts. I have not done I wanted to do more research.
Yeah.
But for anybody wondering, this dude's opinion, it was very, very bold.
Yes.
He said, what'd you say, buddy? Tell him.
J-Rock's verse on Money Trees is the best verse on all of the TDE albums.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It is super bold.
Yes.
But it's pretty straightforward.
Very bold considering the talent that's involved with TDE.
Yeah.
Isaiah Rashad, Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q.
Yes. J-Rock. That's not even his song.
J-Rock, Absol.
Yeah.
SZA.
Yeah. There's so many talented artists.
Yeah,
and
it's a deep roster.
Yeah. So on any of their albums.
Yes.
Any albums that are their albums. Not like Kendrick featured on Mac's album, something like that.
An official TDE project.
Yeah. Their projects. I think that verse is the best verse of all of the projects.
Yeah. So I was vocal about it then. I just said I disagree. I couldn't really tell you why. I haven't been the most rap knowledgeable person for a little bit. I used to listen to rap heavily.
Yeah.
I have kind of switched it up, so I didn't really have the whereabouts to defend myself. But I know somebody.
Yeah. You gonna call them?
Yeah. I'll call the boy.
We're gonna give some. While you call them, I'm gonna kind of give some credentials here. They're a super big TDE fan. They're the truck driver that if you watch the last episode, we said, fuck Jacob. This is Jacob. We're calling Jacob. So let's see. Hopefully he'll pick up and...
Where is this boy?
Yeah, because I figured that...
Where's my little truck driver boy?
I figured that he would be the one that messaged me and said, no, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I haven't... I mean, I've listened to all the albums. So, I mean, I'm excited to hear that someone else...
How's it picking up?
It should be fine. I'll make sure that it's all right. You better fucking answer.
Hello?
How's my little truck driver?
Okay. You're super...
Good.
How are you doing? But what's going on with you?
I'm currently driving.
Yeah?
Being a truck driver.
How fast you going? Too slow?
As fast as this truck will go.
So you're going 40 in the left lane again?
No, I'm going 65 in the middle lane.
I'm proud of you. That's why you're by far my favorite truck driver.
Listen, I'm the most approachable, the cutest, and what's the other word? The sexiest.
Yeah, I was going to say smelly, but yeah, you are the sexiest. You're by far the sexiest truck driver I've ever seen, and I just want to let you know we're filming right now, and a while back you mentioned something that you had some feelings over, and it was this bold boy Brenden over here.
That's the name.
Yeah, Bold Boy Brenden.
Yep.
He said that J-Rock's verse in Money Trees was the best verse that anybody in TDE has put out on a TDE project. And I wanted you to defend me. I wanted you to have my back, because I can't.
He had to call in an expert.
Yes.
What you got?
You wanted me to defend you?
Well, I just...
That it's not?
Wait, you don't agree with that, right?
I don't agree with that.
So what do you
okay,
got?
yeah. I will say I don't either, but I don't know why. I need you to tell me why that's not true, what he said.
So,
Well, I appreciate the opportunity
Of course.
for me to come on and tell you guys where Brendan's wrong.
Yes.
It's real fun. That's part of my day.
we'll get fucking to it.
But anyways, honestly, I don't think that, and this may be a bold take, you can write this down, you can disagree.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this.
If J-Rock's verse wasn't on Money Trees would be one of Kendrick's worst songs. And
But it is. You're helping me.
God damn it, Jacob!
I
Yeah,
will get
Money
credit
Trees
to
is-
J-Rock's verse.
Money
I'll
Trees
give
is
a lot of
great.
credit to it.
Money
Okay,
Trees
yes.
is a good song.
Yes.
He's like the way that like everything builds up.
Yeah,
it's really good.
That's
it really
not
fits.
where I have a problem.
Yeah.
J-Rock's verse is great,
And then
Jacob.
J-Rock comes
I know,
in
I'm
and
getting to my point.
Okay.
and then J-Rock kills
Now
it.
let me build it up. Listen, I will commend Brenden on
Yeah.
taking a bold stance on a song he loves that if he was stranded, he would be able to listen to.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I feel like that's good.
Yeah, go ahead, get that out of the way.
Where I'm disappointed is that it really proves that Brendan's not that much of a TDE listener.
I've listened to every album.
You may listen to every album,
You're not a smart listener.
but no, nobody dumb or nothing. But opinions can be dumb, and that's one of them.
So name a verse better.
Go ahead, you're good.
No, you. Name a verse better.
I can't. I said it's the best. Name a verse better.
Go ahead.
Fucking idiot.
Here we go. Anyways, name a verse that's better.
No, name a verse.
Yeah.
Why is that statement wrong?
I'd say it's wrong because I can think. Well, you'd have to tell me why you think it's the best, and then I would have to. I mean, it's your opinion at the end of the day, but unfortunately, it's wrong. So I need to know why.
Hold on, Jacob. We don't need to pull fucking hairs here. I made the statement. You're telling me I'm wrong. I don't need to defend myself until you make a statement. Tell me one verse that's better, and I'll tell you if I agree or disagree.
Yeah.
Because I can, like, if you named a verse and you're like,
J-Rock's verse on the remix of Black Hippies, that part is better.
That's not on
every verse on that song.
I mean, that is.
That's not on an album.
His verses on Hood Gonna Love It's better.
On what?
I'd say that
Hood Gone. No, you're wild. Hood Gone Crazy? No.
better.
Name one single. What do you think the best verse in any TD album is? Because
damn, that's like picking your favorite dog, or like.
Because real quick, I could say that Absol's verse on the That Part remix might be better, but that's not on a TD album. That's the difference. I'm talking about.
We're doing that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
An official TDE project.
It has to be
like studio.
Yeah,
like a studio.
Any one of Kendrick's albums, any one of TDE, any of their albums, a verse on those albums, that's the best one. That's the best single verse, not the best song. I don't think Money Trees is the best song of any TDE album. Best single verse.
Yeah, I know the argument, but
you really fucking seem like you don't.
I'd say that my favorite verse of any song from TDE probably would be Kendrick's last verse on Blacker the Berry. I think he has a lot to say on that song.
That's more of like he has like a sentimental value on that. But the thing is if you took that verse away, and this is just an argument in my case, if you take that verse away from that song, it's still pretty impactful and it's still pretty well, but you really need, not only do you need that song to back it up, to really punch as hard as it does, you need the entire album, in my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that verse, if you listen to that single verse, side by side with J-Rock's single verse, I think you'd be like, oh, J-Rock's is better on a verse to verse. Not more sentimental, but just it's better.
Where I can agree with you is like the catchiness of the verse and like the flow is pretty great. I think that it really does make the song like end off pretty well.
Yeah.
But whenever you build a verse on, if you put a verse on a shit that
you're breaking up.
You're cutting out, buddy.
To a bad movie. Oh shit!
No, you're okay now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's like putting a really good ending in a shit movie, or not a shit movie, even a mediocre movie. It's like
it's a good fucking song.
I don't know. I think that personally, that's not even
J-Rock's best verse. Hold on, real quick. If you want to argue song versus song, Blacker the Berry is miles ahead of Money Trees. It's not close. That song overall is better, and it's really not close.
Yeah.
But I'm not arguing which song is better. I'm saying one single verse.
Okay. I think that Kendrick's verse on Illuminate's even better. There's a throwback to some Slim Shady shit, while also like wrapping up the song pretty well.
It's not
and
bad.
then Absol goes the fuck off on that song too. It's like,
yeah, it's not a bad take.
I can keep going with examples. It's just,
you could easily just name the best verses on each album. It's pretty that's a pretty easy thing to go about. But I don't know. I don't think that side by side, one single verse, nothing stands beside it. If you want to go to like this verse has a lot more sentimental meaning to me. Oh well, yeah. Like there's no competing with that, of course. And if the song means a lot and it touches you, that song is definitely going to be better for you, and you'll like the verses more. But I'm just saying, as verse to verse.
Based on, what do you consider it, or why do you consider it to be the best? Because
I've heard every single album.
What do you think? It's just like impactful bars, like hard hitting lyrics. What is it specifically?
The flow is phenomenal. I think that bar for bar, each line hits. Okay, it's just. And
because I think that's what Jacob's been wondering. Instead of just like it sounds the best, like specifically why? Like, is there more to it? Is it just the catchiest? Is it just overall it comes together better than?
And even if you want to compare it into the theme of the song, it does hit like the same. Like it still fits that song pretty well, even though it's completely different than everything.
Yeah, I will say he mops Kendrick on his own song.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah.
And that's like a bitter taste in my mouth, too, because I love Kendrick. He's probably my favorite artist of those people in the group.
Well, hey, what are you saying?
He's going on his own song.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the take of Kanye washing Kendrick on No More Parties in L.A.?
It's his own album.
Yeah.
So he's got to show out.
He's got the home field advantage.
So do you agree? Kanye does better?
Yeah, I do love that song.
Let's go. Hang it up. Kanye over Kendrick. We done summed it up.
All right. Yeah. All right. We do got to wrap it up because we got our batteries is about to die on the camera.
Yeah.
All
right. So I'm glad I could call you to provide a little bit more detailed info than I could.
Yeah.
So appreciate having you, buddy.
I appreciate y'all letting me come on and spit straight facts.
Yeah. Just straight fucking facts.
That's what I fucking do around here.
I love you, Jacob, even though you're a fucking liar.
You, buddy. I'll see y'all later.
Bye, my little truck driver. Yeah, so I'm glad we was able to sort that out.
Yeah.
But moving into my song of the week.
Yeah, what you got?
It is "Kiss the Go-Goat"
Let's go.
by Ghost.
Let's go.
My favorite modern day rock band. Mm-hmm. Of course, you gotta appreciate other people that are doing it, like St. Vincent.
Yeah.
But I think Ghost is probably. I mean, Ghost is probably they're definitely my favorite rock band. Pure rock band around. I'm not talking punk rock or alternative rock, or I'm talking pure rock, pure good old fashioned satanic rock, like it was meant to be. And I love Ghost. And if you want to hear what I'm talking about, the Kiss the Go Goat is part of a two song LP called 7 Inches of Satanic Panic.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it made me irony. It made me it converted me to being a Satanist. Swear to God, dude. Swear to fucking God, it converted me to Satanism.
We just picked up a lot of Lil Nas X fans and lost a lot of Christian fans. So here we are.
Yeah, crazy to be talking about this on Sunday.
What good timing on?
Yeah, but whatever, you know. And yeah, check it out, man. Check out Satanism. It's pretty interesting shit. You know, just stay well versed. You know, be open minded. Check out every form of religion. But briefing on what we were saying, we are recording this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we wanted the benefit to be able to talk about the fights, but we are running a little long right now.
So,
yeah, take it.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably touch on one more subject, and then we're gonna have a bonus episode, which the bonus episode is actually gonna probably come out first. I'm thinking that's probably gonna come out Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll say if you're an MMA fan, go check that out. You know. Yeah. There was so much shit that happened last night. We wanted to have we wanted to be able to talk about it on its own venue instead of making this a 2-hour long podcast and scaring some people away.
Yeah.
And you know, for our viewers that aren't the biggest MMA fans, they probably don't want to hear us talk about it for like an hour. So you know, just listen to it. You know, just listen or watch it. We're everywhere, baby. Just whenever you can, or just if you want to hear our thoughts, and listen to us recap the events of last night, which were crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah. What you got? Do you want to talk about something else, or do you just want to?
You want to touch into the one subject that I brought up? You want to?
Yeah. Oop it up, buddy.
Okay. So this is something that I've been thinking about. I think about this a lot in general,
of course,
but it's been a little more lately. We watch. You introduced me to a podcast called Bad Friends, which is who are the two people?
Good. Oh, it's Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee.
Yeah. For some reason, I can't remember Andrew's last name. That's actually why I asked you to say it.
Santino.
Yeah. But Andrew actually has another podcast. Well, they both do. Which, check them out.
Shout out Whiskey Ginger. Shout out Tiger Belly.
Yes. And shout out Bad Friends.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, check them out. I mean, they're great. And
shout out me.
And us. Yeah. You,
Beefy
me,
Boy.
maybe even a little more me and then us, you know? Yeah. But, so he has a podcast called Whiskey Ginger. And he had, who's surprisingly came up a lot today, Tom Segura on there. And Tom and him were talking about, I guess, high school or something. I don't remember exactly how it started. But, it talked about them playing sports in high school. And the thing that kind of blew my mind is because they're both very successful comedians. And
very well respected.
Very. And Tom talked about how he went to school with I believe, a pro athlete. And Andrew actually said that he went to school with 4 NFL players and 1 Olympic medalist. Which is always something that's kind of crazy to me, that I feel like very successful people are always around successful people. And I don't mean as in the nature of like once you become successful, you surround yourself with successful people, because that is like that's at least a little well known. But I always feel like successful people, even the ones that like I didn't know. And so this is something that I've really like. I kind of like was like, oh, I wonder if that's really true. And so I looked into it a little more, and like someone who's known as like the kid from Akron, Ohio, like LeBron. I always have thought that he came up, no one really successful around him. That's why the story is so crazy.
Yeah.
And so looking this up, LeBron actually had a rival school that he played against, and their lead player was Carmelo Anthony.
Oh yeah, they played. Carmelo played for Oak Hill.
Yeah,
Oak Hill Academy or something like that.
Yeah. And as I look into this more, I mean, I'll give a couple more examples. Mike Conley and Greg Oden grew up together.
Okay, so the
Dwight
Oak Hill
Howard,
thing,
Josh Smith.
The Oak Hill thing might be more of a.
Yeah, I know it is a little.
Yeah, because like he didn't go. Carmelo Anthony didn't go to the schools in the area of Oak Hill.
Yeah.
That he was recruited. So in sports, it is a little different because that's where good basketball players go. Like good high school ballers go is Oak Hill.
Yeah,
and that's where they're recruited. That's where they're brought.
Yeah.
So if you're good enough, you're gonna face them.
Yeah, but I mean, even lesser known examples like Michael Beasley and Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley said that he lived with Kevin Durant for a while, and like those are two really good I almost said NFL NBA players. Like, and then I was like, well, what about celebrities? Because like I wondered if it played into the same. And I looked it up. Adam Levine and Jonah Hill met because their dads were friends. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck grew up together in Boston. Yes. Jim Hall, how do you say his name? From The Office.
Oh, Krasinski. Yeah, and BJ Novak.
Yeah.
Played Little League together.
Exactly.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. And like, so all these examples, I mean, I can keep going. Ryan Gosling and Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like, their Ryan Gosling lived with Justin Timberlake's family for a bit when they were both kids. Like,
yeah.
It's just so crazy to me that like...
And Macaulay Culkin just had a baby with Brenda Song. Not related, but I can't get over it. It's still fucking crazy.
Wild. Yeah. But, like, that's something that's always kind of, like, intrigued me, is, like, how this, like, you just see that, like, if one successful person's from somewhere, you see how it just, like, almost ripple effects.
Yeah.
And you see all the other successful people that it, like, almost brings up and it brings around.
Maybe we got to be the fucking ripple.
And and that's what I was going to bring up,
You know?
is, like, it's always made me, and I think that's a big reason of, like, I've never truly loved the place I came from. Because I remember, like, growing up, I really liked sports. And that's kind of, like, where I wanted to be big. And then I realized, like,
you're not 200 pounds.
You really realize that you're not good at sports once you really start playing sports against people who are really good.
Yeah, once you start playing against people that are legitimate contenders for D1 schools, like whenever I played against people like Derek Willis, Quentin Snyder.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What was that tall dude's fucking name? He played for Louisville. You get the point. I played against these kids in high school, and I was like, oh, wow. You know?
Yeah, you realize that you're not as good.
These are upper echelon people, and, you know.
But I remember, like, even in, like, because I played's a very relative term, but I was on, like, the football team and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, some of the most successful, best athletes that we've seen, like, they went, like, D2, D3, and they were, like, and I'm, like, I'm not dissing them.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like, in the Hall of Fame of our school.
Yeah, and so, like, stuff like that, it's always been, like, so I would always look up, like, who's the most successful person from our city? And there just wasn't really anyone from this city. And it's always made me just so bitter about this place.
Yeah, we just haven't had anybody to explode onto the scene. But one of those that stood out to me was the whole Matt Damon and Ben Affleck thing that you brought up, because I forgot that I knew that.
Yeah.
But something like that, I think instead of that being a ripple effect, I'll say because them two people shared a goal.
Yeah.
And they worked together. They was like, we're going to get this shit down. They did screenplays together, and they both made it. And they, both became super successful with that. And I feel like that's something we're kind of doing for this town.
Yeah.
Because, I think they're from Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
And, Boston does have its fair share. I mean, Louisville as a whole has its fair share of well-known people. Like, we got Muhammad Ali. You know, we got the fucking Muhammad Ali airport.
Yeah.
We got Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp doesn't claim us.
Yeah.
But
and maybe that's
from here.
Yeah, and maybe that's me. Maybe that's me being like, oh, well, like, I'm not from Louisville, and I'm, like, really trying to just,
if I go to another place and people ask me where I'm from, I say Louisville. Because I'm not going to be like, Shepherdsville. And they're like, where's that? Right outside of Louisville. And they're like, oh, in Kentucky? Yeah, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But, I would say us as Shepherdsville and maybe a little bit more broad Bullitt County, we don't really have, like, those people, like...
The stars.
Yeah, even recently, Louisville has some fucking stars out there. I mean,
Jack Harlow just blew up the scene.
I was going to start off big with, like, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, okay.
And then, we have some, like, not lower tier. That sounds disrespectful. But, not Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
But we have Jack Harlow. We got Bryson Tiller. So, Louisville does have culture, and... Yeah. They're able to present that in what they do, and I think it's great. But like Shepherdsville, we don't have culture.
No,
you literally drive over into Shepherdsville. Our thing is the salt of the earth.
Yeah,
we have the salt river running through, and the sign's like, "We're the salt of the earth." Like that sucks.
Yeah,
do something better. Like there's not a lot of culture around here, and I don't want to sound like I'm just like disowning where I'm from, no matter how big this podcast get, hopefully, bigger than anything that's ever been big in its entire life. But like, I will always, say I'm from here and not be disappointed about it.
Yeah.
But
I would love to have like the LeBron effect.
Yeah. I would just like I would like to be able to change this place. Cause it's just, I don't know. It's not a very, maybe that's one of the reasons just cause where we are, it's not a very new idea accepting place, and it's kind of just like you need to get serious. You need to have a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah,
you need to do that. Focus on that now, and you'll have a good retirement.
And and
it's
even
not
to the
like
point
try
of
new
this.
things. Yeah,
even to the point of this, like I remember so many people were like, "Are you really going to?" And like even whenever I quit my job, I remember so much backlash. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like. I have a pretty good support group, and I bet it's a lot better than a lot of people's. I bet a lot of people get a lot worse backlash. Yeah. Like, because, like, even, like, my mom and stuff, like, she really supports me. Yeah. It doesn't matter what I do. Even if she doesn't agree, she'll make her case, but she'll still support me regardless. Yeah. And, like, I know that so many people don't have that. And so, like, I don't want to just sit here and be like, oh, everyone fucking hated on me. No. It's not that case. But
we're not like...
we come from a place where whenever I even mentioned, like, I'm thinking about quitting to do something that I like, almost everyone was just like, that is so dumb.
That immediately reminded me of, like, you listen to any rap song.
Yeah.
And they're like, the teachers say I couldn't do it. And, like, no, motherfucker, you was getting D's. Like, the teacher is trying to tell you to... focus. Like, hey, just in case this shit doesn't work. Yeah. Like, maybe do a little bit better on your test. Or like, oh, you don't believe in me. Like, that's not the problem, And they're
I bet some of those as well. Yeah, the teacher probably looked at them dead in their face and was like, you're a failure. And they were like, oh, I'll prove it wrong.
And that's probably the case because they're probably leaving school to do this shit. Yeah. And they're like, kid, you're going to flunk out of high school. And they're like, I'll show you, bitch. And they're like, just show me a good grade, you fucking idiot. We got a little bit off of a tangent there, but that's always what that reminds me of. But I don't know, because there's just, you don't see like too much ambition around here. No. The biggest ambition you see is that every drug dealer you meet thinks that they're a rapper. Yeah. Like I know this is probably a worldwide problem. Yeah, like that's something that needs to be addressed and taken care of. But just because you sell drugs doesn't mean you're a rapper. Yeah, Yeah, like. Congrats if you can do both. There's a lot of people who have done both, and they rap about it. But like,
and we also have. I think like almost of like talking like culture of this place. We have a weird culture of like being fake supportive around here. And you know exactly what I'm about to bring up of how we know of people who have tried to follow their dreams and everyone around them have just been yes man to their face saying, "Oh, it's great. Oh, it's good. Oh, I love it." And then turn around and to all of them and even to others and being like, "It's fucking trash."
The problem with it is that they think they're being good friends and being supportive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll throw this hypothetical out there. So say there's a guy in your group. He wants to be an artist. We'll go a little bit more specific and say rapper.
Yeah.
This guy puts something on for you. He shows everybody, and everybody there is just like, "Oh man, you did it. You did great. You're going to kill it. I wish the best for you."
Yeah.
And later they turn around whenever that guy who is rapping is not there, and they're like, "Dude, that was fucking terrible." Like, I told him it was good because I want him to keep doing like.
Yeah.
It comes from a good place, but like.
Yeah.
Like,
there's
dude,
so much better ways of going about it.
Like, because I remember I was in that scenario, and I told that dude that I was like, "Dude, that wasn't that good."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, me personally, like, you're playing it for us, you're looking for our actual criticism. Like, I'm no expert in the field by any means, but, like, dude, I just don't think that was that good. Like, I think you need to fire your producer for one. Like, that was dog shit. And, you know, they looked at me like I was being a dick.
Yeah.
They're like, "Roy, I can't believe you said that shit to him." I was being a good friend because I told him that. He played that for our criticism. If he can't take it, that's on him.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I'm sorry if I'm being a dick, but I think I'm being a better friend by telling him that he has some fields to work in instead of just being like, "You're doing great," and then talk shit behind his back.
Yeah. And again, we're not saying like if one of your friends is saying like, "Hey, I want to be a rapper," or "Hey, I want to do anything," like, "Hey, I want to paint," "Hey, I want to write," whatever the fuck it is. Just being like, "Hey, I want to do this," and being like, "Oh, you're fucking awful."
Yeah. Don't specifically just say something bad. Like, I followed it up with like a dude. I think your flow is good. I just don't think you. I don't think you can say this, and I don't think like this is part is good. But like, don't definitely just be the friend that's just like, "Oh, you want criticism? I'm only going to tell you bad stuff."
Yeah.
Be a friend. Tell them where you think they can improve, and tell them where you think they're doing good, so they have motivation to continue.
Yeah, and don't look for the criticism. If you love it and you really like it,
if you're being
love it.
Yeah, tell them that you love it and be like, "Dude, I'm being serious. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass." But definitely don't be the friend that says you love it to their face and then talk shit, because those people think they're being good friends, but they're not.
No.
And, you know, you might be able to see behind what we're saying, because, I mean, you know, we're obviously in that scenario too. And
I don't think it's us. I genuinely think that the people that support us really do.
But I think there is people hiding criticism.
Yeah.
I really do think that.
Which is fair.
And because, like, you know, we've had people tell us that, like, oh, like at the beginning, like, "Oh, y'all said too much, the audio could be worked on." And
we're working on it. I mean, we fixed the audio at least to the best of the ability.
Yeah,
this
like
is what we have now. Yeah.
But, like, don't blow smoke up your ass friends. Don't blow your friend's ass smoke. But no, like, don't just feed them what you think they want to hear, so you think you're being a good friend.
Yeah.
If you want to be a good friend, tell them where you think they can improve, and tell them where you think they're doing good, and encourage them to keep going. You know, don't be fake about it. It's a very discouraging thing, and we're not trying to. Yeah. We're not trying to throw up this hypothetical secretly talking about us. We have, you know, we do have like he said, we have a good support system around us, and we do think we're hearing.
Yeah, because we've had
both
plenty of friends who have said like, "Hey, I thought you all were going to fucking suck."
Yeah,
like I really thought that this was going to be fucking
white
stupid.
Guys in their early 20s starting a podcast. How fucking original.
Yeah.
But, you know, so we have heard both sides of the spectrum, but we know, depending on who it's coming from, what it means.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we really do appreciate it. And, you know, if you're listening to this and you have a buddy that's in that scenario who's trying to do something, you know, a little non-traditional.
Yeah, encourage them.
Yeah, just fucking support them.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to be, you know, critical of it. Who knows? If he can't take it well, you might be the teacher on his track one day. They said I couldn't do it, but everybody needs that person.
Yeah.
Nobody just needs a guy that's like a yes man.
Yeah.
They're not going to get better if you just keep telling them they're only doing good and you don't believe it. So push them to do better.
Yeah. Yeah. And even back to the success thing, like I hope that even if it's not us that makes that ripple effect, I hope that it's just someone, even if it is, even if it isn't our group that we have.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it is someone in this city. Like I really hope this city really needs someone to step up, take the risk, become big, and really help this city.
Yeah, I'll say, and we got a pretty interesting group of friends who's trying to go non-traditional routes. Like, our buddy we just talked to, he was talking about doing stuff on Twitch. He was talking about getting that going whenever he can set that up. Our buddy Shane, he's got his own channel. He's he's playing the fuck out of some Apex.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's at 134 subscribers. I know that's not like to the fucking
probably
moon.
More by the time we release this. He probably got more.
Yeah, and it's like, again, it's not to the fucking moon, but I mean, it's still a start.
Yeah,
and it's a lot better than a lot of people I know around here.
Yeah, and so it's cool. We do have a good system around us and some pretty open-minded friends. So we're luckier than most.
Yeah,
but don't discourage if you're not in the same.
Yeah,
if you're not in the you don't have the same benefit as us.
Yeah, and even if you don't. Like, even for the people that, I know whenever I worked at, like, warehouses and shit, I know some people that, like, that was their passion.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, if you are very happy in the situation you're in, and it's not the fucking most lavish thing in the world, or it's not the most different than, like, out of the ordinary thing, that's okay, too. Like, just do what the fuck makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah, and fuck the rest.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's not profitable, even if it's not something that's going to make you a million. There's obviously an exception to every rule. If you're doing crack, you should probably stop. Like, you know what? You're right, beefy boy Roy. I'm going to keep doing crack. I don't care what my mom says. Like,
my mom is a hater.
She said I couldn't do it. I'm going to do more crack today. Like, find a middle ground.
Yeah. I hope everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I hope everyone knows where we're hitting on this and not just...
Yeah. If you want to be the best, like, crack reviewing podcast, fucking go for it.
I mean...
if that's part of your dream, get some crack, bro.
Crack it out.
Crack out with my bro. Holy shit, man.
But yeah, I mean, that's just something that's been on my mind a lot lately. Not the crack, but the success of...
Getting cracked out by your bro.
But yeah, I was curious on your take on it, honestly. And just... Because we both have shared the opinion of, like, this city just not being top-notch. Like, we've definitely talked about leaving, and I don't know.
Well, everybody here, the dream and aspiration is like, if you're lucky, you're going to work at Ford.
Yeah.
You're going to work at Ford, or you're going to work at UPS. Like, that's the dream around here.
Yeah, I've never heard someone say that wasn't the best job. I've heard people go to college, complete a degree, and they're like, now I can work at Ford. I can work in a warehouse.
And no disrespect if that is your goal. Even if your goal is to work at Burger King, it's just we're more dialing into the non-traditional routes because it's not a clear-cut pathway.
And I feel like
we're taking.
I feel like it gets hated on.
Yeah,
because it is a little more risky to do.
Yeah,
and I feel like the people that are a little more safe, and if they want to do that, but they couldn't take that risk, they're gonna fucking shame you.
And some of it does come from a good place because they're like, look, you need to do stuff that you're going to be able to profit from and live a good life from.
Yeah.
But I think if you can find a good medium of both, you should never discourage somebody from doing what they want. Maybe at a certain point, if they're like, I'm going to quit everything. Yeah. Like, I don't have any money saved up. I'm going to quit everything and focus on rapping full time. Like, bro, at least, like, work at Kroger or something.
Yeah, do something on the side.
Like, I'll never say completely quit your passion, but, like, if it gets to a certain point where you live in a cardboard box, like, bro, maybe you should maybe put rapping on the back burner for now and maybe just trying to live.
It's rough.
Survive.
But, it's rough, but work too.
Yeah.
Work it as a full-time job and work a full-time job.
Yeah. And maybe save up and
Yeah.
get to the point where you was able to do. You
Yeah.
saved up, and now you're able to focus on this full time. So,
Yeah.
Don't be one of those people that are just like, oh, everybody's hating on me. Because sometimes it is people just trying to look out for your your better living. Like, dude, you haven't ate in 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
you might.
Yeah.
You're not making money off this right now. Like, so you should probably do something to make you some money, and then focus on your hobby. You know. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well, honestly.
It was a neat topic.
Yeah, different than our normal, but
Yeah.
yeah, I really was curious on your opinions on all of it and how you would go about it.
Fuck them.
That's right.
Fuck them to death.
Fuck them, smoke crack. And that's been Jammin with Kron Rex. Peace.
Cool. All right.